Hi Capricorns, how are you doing? I hope that April was really good for you. I hope it was. I know you guys have been questioning a lot. This year has been a big year for questions for you. And I have to say this year is an interesting year for you too because this is kind of a final time before Saturn goes into your sign at the end of this year. And so there's a lot of movement right before that happens. And so I think a lot of you are doing a lot before you kind of go into this time of like deep work. And so there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of questioning. And I think one of the things that came up for me when I was thinking about you Cappies before I started this reading was a lot of you have been struggling with what really makes you happy, what makes you light up, what makes you feel like you are in your fullest power. You know, you have such a practical side where you're like, well, I'll get done what needs to get done. You're made to do that. You're made to be that solid foundation, right? But if you do that too much, if you do that constantly, you just end up feeling really lackluster. And I think some of you just really need to look at what makes you hum, what makes you come alive. Wow. The Tower came out right off the bat, you guys. That's setting May up for something really powerful coming in for you. And the Ace of Swords came out too. It looks like there's something that is going to really shift everything for you this month. And I think it does hinge on what really makes you happy. What really makes you light up, Cappies? Because if it's just doing that day to day, if it's just, going along with it because you feel like you have to. Eight of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of movement for you guys this month. Oh my gosh, what was I saying about, the fact that you feel like you have to put a lot of pieces in place quickly? All of that needs to be motivated by, Two of Pentacles. There's a decision that needs to be made. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to look at these first four cards that came out because they're really, really powerful. And they speak to what you're going through right now. Okay. So we start with the Tower and the Ace of Swords. To me, these two kind of go together. This is like clarity and just getting down to the bare bones. Something is going to be communicated and something is going to shift and be changed, and there's no going back from this point. So whatever this is, it needs to reflect, Capricorn. It needs to reflect your heart center. It needs to reflect what makes you feel alive, what feels right for you. So express yourself and what makes you happy and light up right from the get-go. Use that very grounded, clear, strong personality that you have to make this go your way. Because whatever this shift is, there's a big change coming here. There's a big insight of information coming in. For some of you, this might be a literal thing. There might be a decision coming down for you. There might be a change in your job. It might be a change in your relationship. Honestly, there's something that is shifting big time for you. But it starts with you. There's almost this sense that it's like you are the change maker. And it's quick. This is very quick energy coming at you, Capricorn. Very quick energy. Very passionate, powerful energy. Eight of Wands is about forward motion. Like, you are not sitting still this month. This month is going to start off very intense. The first 2 weeks of this month, I would not be surprised if a lot of things change very quickly. And like I said, there's this decision coming up here. There's a decision. And so right off the bat, you're going to be feeling really clear, really strong. I'm doing this. I'm going to go for it. And a lot of people I'm finding, a lot of signs this month, it's like the middle of the month, there's this decision-making thing going on here that is very... it might throw you for a loop because you felt like you knew and you knew what you were doing and you knew where you were going. And then this, what is this? Where did that come from? So... this is a decision-making month for you guys. This is a month about really getting real with what works for you and what doesn't. And this is a month about doing and making and wow. Whenever the Tower starts off a reading, oh, you're leaving something behind. Yeah, you know, these two here, this has been coming up a lot for people too. This is a month of leaving behind anything old. Leaving it behind. You know, your ruling planet is in retrograde, you guys, and that means you're combing over things and you're making decisions and you're leaving behind old ways of doing and feeling and thinking. Leaving it behind. Wow, something is really changing for you guys this month. It's kind of a relief, though. There's an energy of relief about this, because I think a lot of you felt like you had to stick with something for a long time. You had to stick to whatever that was for years or months, and you felt really like, oh, this doesn't match me. This doesn't match my heart center. This doesn't match what I love. This doesn't match anything that has to do with me. And this month, it's like things are moving. There's energy around you moving, and then you are moving. You are changing. And it's all being supported, you guys. That's the good news, is that this powerful energy that's moving. Wow, Page of Pentacles. See, and this powerful energy that's moving, it's all supportive of you. So once you can get through this decision and you make a move where you leave behind this old energy that's been holding you back, once you do that, there's a new beginning coming in here. There's a brand new, fresh beginning coming in for you guys. So the sun is in your sister sign of Taurus. This is a wonderful time of year for you. You know, this is the 5th house for you. This is what rules your heart center, what rules your passion, what makes you feel good in the day-to-day, what makes you feel good in the creative, what makes you feel good in your projects. And there's this new beginning here, you guys. Page of Pentacles is fantastic energy for Capricorns. It suits you. It reflects you. It matches you. It welcomes success and creativity and abundance. There's some news coming in for you on the heels of this gigantic shift that you have. My goodness, Capricorn. You never cease to surprise me with what comes up for you. This is a month. This is a year-making month for you guys, I think, and it really is the end of an era. It really is the end. Oh, interesting. So Hanged Man came up next. We have a few more cards to pull for this main spread. Hanged Man came up next. Okay, so I think you're going to start this month off with so much energy, and there's just going to be a lot of information coming at you. A lot of heavy conversations, a lot of intense insights, a lot of movement, a lot of shifting, a lot of changing, walking away from this. And then there's going to be this energy of recollecting all of your energy and trying to figure out what just happened, just what went down. I would very highly recommend you guys, after whatever this is, because some of you this is going to be a relationship that ends or changes. Some of you this is going to be a work thing. A lot of you it's going to be a work thing that changes. Some of you it's going to be a living situation. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a main pillar of your life that is changing and that you are walking away from. And you're going to need to take some time to figure out how that makes you feel and what that leaves you with. Because if you don't take that little bit of a breath and just get your head right with it, you will feel really off kilter going into June. And it's best to just right after it happens, take that time rather than putting it off and, you know, doing your thing where you just keep working and you keep going and you're just, oh, it's fine, I dealt with it. It's like, no. Capricorn, you got to take the time to really look at that and figure out what it is that happened. You know, why it happened, what role you played in it, why you felt the need to walk away, why it's okay. Also, this is another thing, you guys, with the Hanged Man energy, why it was okay for you to walk away, why it was okay for you to choose differently. Because I know a lot of you feel like you need to play out the long game. A lot of you feel like you need to stay loyal to a project that you decided to be a part of because you said you were going to do it. But when things stop serving you, it's time to go. And the energy, like I said, is supporting you, is saying, it's time to go. And when you know it, you know it. And there is no not knowing it. And that's what the Tower card is all about. There is a point of you can't not know something that is just true. And so when you know it, and it's okay to move on. And what I see for you, this is wonderful. What I see for you is that in the long run, as you leave behind this thing, you're actually going to get more done. You're actually going to be more prolific. You are actually going to be connecting more deeply with your work and what you do in the world and who you are and how that makes you feel and what makes you happy, rather than just keeping up with the status quo because you feel like that's what you should be doing. That's so great, you guys. Oh my gosh, I love it. The Sun is your final card for this main spread. The Sun. The Sun. There's you start with the Tower and you end with the Sun. Is there anything more beautiful than that? It's this movement that's coming in for you is it wants the best for you. This new shore that you are heading towards, Capricorn, is meant for you. There is a sense of fate here. There's a sense of a really big ending and a really big beginning. There's a sense of you kind of coming full circle and finally feeling like yourself again. After, I think, quite a chunk of time where you have felt that you will never be yourself and that you kind of lost your way and that you were stuck in a path and in a story that you had never chosen for yourself. And you're like, how did I get here? And you've been wondering it, and you've been second guessing your decisions and then feeling really good about them and then not being sure. And there's this shift. And then just there's somehow this self-acceptance and this realization of what work really means to you, what you create, what you do in your life. You realize what that really means to you, what it really looks like to be supported, to be playful, to be light, to be fun, to be lighthearted, to be in your full presence of mind. This is beautiful, you guys. The first thing that I wrote down, I had this thought about you guys before I started the reading today, which was, what makes you hum? What makes you come alive and feel like this child playing in the sun? Because that's where you're meant to be headed. And everything that happens this month that's stripping anything old away from you is supporting you in getting there. So remember that if it feels chaotic or terrifying or scary or a little bit like overwhelming, it's all supporting you to get somewhere new. And honestly, the bottom of the deck was the Ace of Wands. There's a new beginning coming, you guys. Now I'm going to do a clarifier with my Lenormand deck because I want to see what comes out for you. But yeah, I mean, this is your time, Cappies. This is a really deep time for you, and this is a really important time for you to get real with what really works for you and what really doesn't. Because I think even if you want to keep appeasing the situation around you, even if you want to keep doing that, it's going to be an uphill battle for you to do that. Whereas if you go with it and you speak your truth and you follow your heart chakra, follow it. Six of Wands, that is beautiful, you guys. In this deck, it's a little bit of a funny thing, but Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Three of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Wow. This is about victory. This is about playing the long game and really making it through to the end. This is about the work that you really meant to be doing and being appreciated for it and being cared for and being in your truest nature, in your truest self. There is a very clear message here for you guys about what this transformation means. There is no going back to before. There is no way to go back to 1 or 2 years ago where maybe you think it was a simpler time and it was an easier time and you knew who you were and you knew what you were doing and you wish you could just go back there and be there and it would be okay. There is no such thing as doing that. So the less you fight it, the less you fight this insight, the less you fight this movement, the more you are going to feel like this. Revel in the leaving behind of this old thing. Revel in the transformation that brings. Revel in the movement that is inherent in this card. I mean, if you have your sights set on the farthest shore across this river, across this lake, across this body of water, if you focus your energy there to all that awaits you, you will get there so much faster. You will be doing the work that you want to be doing. You will be doing the projects you want to be doing. You will be humming. You will be alive, Capricorn, the way that you haven't maybe felt alive in a long time. And I think a lot of you have felt like you have been compromising yourself in the name of consistency and strength, which is a beautiful thing. I love that you guys are so capable of holding your ground and doing that work. We need that energy. But this is not that time. You know, you are a cardinal sign. You are an initiator. And so it is a time to start a new chapter. It is a time to let go of old things. It just is. And like I said, there's going to be this sense of the world kind of colluding with you to make the change, to make the shift, to make that really strong statement about your new beginning, because it's coming. Some of you, I think, even have been making these changes over the first part of this year. You've made the changes. You've been plotting and brewing, like I was saying. You're plotting and you're brewing and you're thinking and you're moving and you're shifting little things around. And now it's time. Showtime, baby. Showtime. Now, this is like a really, really simple reading. It just kind of flew by. I mean, it's just such a powerful... This is one of the most powerful readings I have done for the month of May. And I'm really excited for you because this is the kind of energy that really is about building whole new lives and really embracing it. I am so excited for you guys, Capricorn. I'm so excited that you're going to be feeling like yourselves again. You're going to be true to your heart center because it's important you do that. It's really important that you do that. So, with that being said, I would love to work with you guys one-on-one. I do private readings. I will leave my email and my website below. Please check them out. I would love to get in touch with you and hear from you. And if you have questions, feel free to email me. I would love to hear from you. I love you guys. I respect the hell out of you guys. And I think this is going to be a really awesome time to be a Capricorn. I tell you what, very exciting. Okay, I love you guys. I will see you in June. And I hope it is a powerhouse May for you. Bye.